so it is the last day of the 30-day challenge, I guess, of starting from scratch and growing our agency as quickly as we could with a new offer whilst moving to a new city, and yeah, starting from scratch. So it's been a grind. It's 5 a.m. right now. Got a big day today. First call is just about to start in a minute, potentially. So yeah, it's more related to, he's like a personal branding expert, based in the US. So just want to get his advice on a few things. I'm sure he will.
Yeah, probably gonna start traveling a bit more soon. So.
Yeah, how does that work with some of your advice and personal branding and building out kind of content pillars? And loved it, obviously. I think everything you put together is really, really good.
A little bit more background on me. I've done like content for 6 years.
Yeah.
Now I'm going like all in on everything. Like I've just been obsessing over thumbnails, titles, everything that can revolve around content. I've been studying, documenting, sharing it with the team. I've been teaching like people on the team everything I know about. I've been using organic content.
Probably started I sat in front of a camera for the first time this year. So it's a completely new thing to me. I'd never even
And how do you have it? How do you have it structured right now? Is it just you doing it?
Pretty much.
Think of it. No one knows who you are yet.
Yeah.
If they watch this video, if you want to attract new people, so they don't really relate to this. Like we can find ourselves. Who are we? Who are you talking to? So you have to make that very clear. Other creators do the same thing.
And that was the question I wanted to ask is like, after watching lots of your content, I was like, should I be doing the same thing instead of worrying about conversions on the front end and just trying to get in front of eyeballs first up?
Okay, really good question. Yeah, so there are multiple routes you can take.
Yeah.
I think broad appealing hook with specific idea. So instead of saying something super broad, like you need to make money now, you'd be like, if you're an e-commerce brand and you need to improve your sales page to make more money, then it's like more specific, right?
Okay.
So like you need to, so in that first video I watched, you had the call to action, and I think the call to action took like 15 seconds to say. Ideally, the second they start hearing you say the call to action, they can tell. The viewer's gonna instantly tell you're saying it, and they know you're gonna sell them something, so they're gonna scroll right away.
Yeah.
So the idea is to just get it out as fast as you can.
Yeah.
It's like more interesting stuff. The reason why this is your best performing video is because the intro and the thumbnail and title are really good.
Yeah.
Right. So those are like the things you need to focus on. I think the most, if you were to repeat a style like this, I'm guessing you had an editor for this.
Back from the run, just getting into it today now. I had a bit of time to reflect on, I guess, this morning's call and what I've been doing, and I came to the realization that my things just aren't working because it's not the level of output that's wrong, it's just the quality of the work. So I know something's not right and it's not working, and I'm trying to just brute force my way through it, and I don't think that's going to get me to my end goal. So I'm going to try and slow things down a little bit, I think, and just really put my effort into everything that I publish, and making sure that there is a thought process behind why I'm doing it. I'm not just posting for the sake of it, which traditionally I have done. So it's going to be a little bit of a slower burn, I think. But in saying that, I am confident that it will scale if I do put the time into it and I do put the effort into it. So yeah, lots of thinking this morning, lots of reflecting, and I'm happy with how things sit and where I sit with it. So that's my plan, and that's kind of my takeaway from this morning's meeting, which was negative but positive in terms of I didn't really get anything out of it per se. There's no opportunity for us to work together or anything at the moment. I'm definitely not big enough, so that's a little bit disappointing, but it's also a good thing as well, because I need to go back to the drawing board a little bit and figure out what I want to create and how I want to create it first before I can even start spending thousands of dollars for someone else to do it for me. So,
Hey Jye, how are
brother, how are you?
you? Good man.
What's going on?
Nothing much, just work.
How is work?
Pretty hectic actually. I'm not sleeping well.
Really? How come?
Yes, LinkedIn, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and he's just like he's a machine. Like he creates a lot of content and he sends us a lot of content, and then we just just go hard. And he sends me a lot of messages, about like 100 messages per day.
Really?
Yeah. So.
Like, obviously I've only just started, so I know it's not going to happen overnight, and I don't have any personal followings or socials to push it or kickstart it. But for someone like me in my position, I just wanted to pick your brain on best practices, things I can do to actually help cut through, because at the moment everything I do, I think one is like probably the issue is like the quality of editing hasn't been good enough, but I'm definitely improving on that. And two, probably just the messaging. I don't know if I just don't seem to be able to get any sort of views above like 500 views, 200 views. It's kind of just seems to be stuck. So I just wanted to pick your brain and
where do you wanna take your action? Your mission statement has to be pretty clear. Like, what can people take away from you? So I think as growth stage businesses, you probably wanna like define exactly what that means also, and then be careful of these kind of things. Like, that's just algorithmic things. Like Instagram would say that you don't have a hyperlink here.
okay.
You can model that same thing. Those are the secrets that people are after. And you can also do something like, this is how we found this product which sold really well, and this is how we found influencers to work with and how we leverage their platforms. Those kind of things you can start telling people, your audience, like they haven't heard this before. They now can see the secrets to growing a small business. And then after that, you can talk about, did you know like Coca-Cola fridges are like this, and this is how they do this, and then you can start telling this.
So pretty uneventful day 30 in terms of traction and any sort of acquisition, but a good day regardless. Had some really good calls with a couple of experts in the branding space, got some good advice, got some clear direction to take that in today. So just trying to put that into action now, and then the rest of the day is just in editing and filming. So I think even in the last 30 days my editing skills have improved tenfold. The videos on YouTube probably don't reflect that, but definitely in the short form ones I can see an improvement just in the skills and the speed at which I can do them, so I'm happy with that. And I will sit down in the morning and actually do a proper recap of what the last 30 days entailed and how quickly we grew, things we learned, things we made mistakes on, and it'll be good. I will do a little bit of a wrap up, I guess, and maybe do a separate video talking about all the wins and losses along the way. Just don't really have anything else to add at the moment. Pretty zapped from today, to be honest, so just gonna finish off a few things and then try and get somewhat of an earlier night.